this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning, Valhalla! Yeah! Gun Bunny and Shockwave! He's the Mad Doctor, a Digger Outlaw! The Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia! Over on Rumble, it's Aaron D! What is a Kronos? Somebody tell me, I don't know. My favorite polar bear on YouTube, Stardom Poopus Cuba! Kizzy! The man, the myth, the legend, Psychodorp 9! Henry Gambos! Walter Tomascu! Project Cambridge! Penny! He's the angriest wrench in Valhalla, Mark the Infinitely Tired! Give us a hi y'all with Arwen Avalon! Lester San Jose the Skeptic Tank! The Muppet from another puppet show back, TJC! Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. Are you ready for a little Thirsty Thursday? Because it's thirsty. Speaking of thirsty, before we get started this morning, I got something. So check this out. Because I love popcorn buckets. I love collecting popcorn buckets. I got a cup here too. Check that out. Transformers, more than meets the eye. So this was at the 40th anniversary of Transformers. You can order these. Someone messaged me last night and was like, I can't get one. There's no way that I can get to Cinemark. There's no Cinemarks near me. You can order one of these and it's cheap. You can order one of these and you can get one of these. Okay, so this is a 40th anniversary cup. You can order these. Just go to the Cinemark page and you can order them right off the Cinemark page. It's only like $12. So if you want one of these, you can get one of these by ordering them through Cinemark. Just go to the Cinemark website and you can order these. It's not expensive. It's like $12.95 for the bucket and for the cup. So I absolutely went nuts. The table read wasn't just with Peter Cullen. It wasn't just with Frank Welker. They had half the original cast there, along with some guys filling in. That first episode was absolutely epic. Seeing them up on screen with the original first episode. So you saw them doing the voices. Obviously, they're all not still with us. Some people have passed on, but they had like half the original cast there. It was something. It was absolutely something. I hope that we get this on like a 40th anniversary set, something. For those first 4 episodes of Transformers, you don't get the table read for everything. It's just that first episode. I wished they had done the whole thing. You've got the crew there. Do it. And the outtakes were brilliant. Peter Cullen and Frank Welker going back and forth. He has to be the hero. It was just brilliant. Absolutely freaking brilliant. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was one hell of a fun time, and it wasn't that expensive either. Mark Dampingly Tired with a member chat for 38 months. Gonna go ahead and say it. Disney and Marvel better ride the lightning with X-Men 97 and not pull a Mandalorian. By far the best show on Disney Plus. And a lot of people aren't watching it. So a lot of people are watching it. It is being considered a flop. Even though 98% of the show was a worthy successor to the original X-Men animated series. I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. So it just goes to show that these people can read a comic book. They can adapt a story from a comic book without absolutely screwing it up if they want to. It's all up to if they want to. So we know that they can do it. We know for a fact they can do it. They can still do it as long as they don't screw it up. It's up to them. It is up to them. So good morning, Dave Bob, the rooster, Dave Bob. Good morning. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and the MCU and Doctor Who. Wanna Penta, don't we wanna Penta? Mexican men once a Penta, ah. Penta, ah. Penta, ah. Penta, yes. Yes, and I do that every single time I do the Fanta song when we get a skull. So you guys just never see it because we've got a skull running. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys have had a great week so far. The week's almost over. We blinked, and the week's almost over. Let's get into some of this. Because I really find some of this interesting. So, the gaming journalists, a couple years ago, it's been 4 years ago now, went absolutely insane when Ghost of Tsushima came out. Why? Because it wasn't diverse enough. Oh no. A Japanese game set in feudal Japan wasn't diverse enough. Do you know what they did to gaijin? You know what a gaijin is? Gaijin is an outsider. It's someone that comes from somewhere else. It doesn't matter whether they're Asian. It doesn't matter where they're from. If you were not Japanese, you were considered a gaijin, an outsider, and a white devil if you were a white guy. If you washed up on Japanese shore, you were summarily, that's what they did. And that was it. You were not allowed to stay. You were not allowed to leave and report back. They were xenophobic. They didn't want anything to do with anybody else. You were not allowed to go to their land and step foot on Japanese soil and go back or stay. You were not welcome. Yes, because there are a lot of trans black women of color in feudal Japan. Exactly. So they went off. It's funny that we're talking about this today because Ghost of Tsushima comes out on PC today. So the gaming journalists just went nuts. They went absolutely nuts, saying there's not enough diversity. There's not enough color in your game. This is Japanese culture in feudal Japan. Of course there wasn't. It was death to outsiders. That is what the shogunate put down. What is a shogunate, Loki? Shogun's the one who rules the show. They're the rooster. They rule the roost. And they procreed, there will not be any outsiders allowed in Japan. We do not want outsiders here, not even other Asians. So what happens in Hey, Loki, be Mr. Rogers for adults, getting adults up early to watch your show. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in Valhalla. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Right? So thank you, Deborah. Because we're going to have a neighbor just like you. We're going to welcome you to the neighborhood here in Valhalla. We will. Oh, anyway, feudal Japan being the first clue that maybe it's pretty much going to be Japanese characters. Just saying. So yeah, they absolutely lost their crap. And what has Ubisoft done? Well, they've announced that the new Assassin's Creed game set in Japan is not going to have a Japanese protagonist. And there are Japanese players that are losing their shit and being like, nope. It's sad to see what Ubi has done to itself. Back in the day, I loved the Far Cry series. I wasn't a fan of 4. I enjoyed 5, but it was like a psychedelic trip down whatever lane. It was a weird game. 3 though is probably my favorite of all the Far Cry games. I used to love Far Cry. I hated what they did with those twins or whatever they were in that expansion of 5. I hated that, and they changed the way weapons work so you could have like, oh, now you're leveled. It's like an MMO game. Now you're leveled, and if you have a weapon that's a level 2 pistol and you're going up against a level 10 boss, pink, 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 your bullets just bounce off of them like you're Superman. And I was like, man, that's not cool. That's not good. They used to not do that, and they screwed it up. They screwed up the games. I didn't even play the last one. I didn't even bother. I haven't played a Ubisoft game in forever. I won't even load up my Ubisoft account. Why not, Loki? Because it's just bad memories. I loved Ghost Recon. I thought Ghost Recon Wildlands was a fireball of game. Won't play it anymore. I won't play anything Ubisoft. I'm just not. Whether it's an Assassin's Creed game, whether it's a Far Cry game, any of it, I just won't. Loki, you're more likely to get white Wakandas than you are to get black people in feudal Japan. They did not mess around. They didn't. They didn't want anybody there. They didn't want anybody but Japanese. It's just one of those things. Prince of Persia. There were a couple Prince of Persia games I absolutely loved back in the day. I just won't. I won't. You played Uno last year, Loki. Oh no, I played Uno. Yeah, that's on Steam though. I just won't load up my Ubisoft account. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to play it. I'm not. It's too disappointing. So, you've got Japanese gamers going, nope, and that's not even the story. It's not even the story that actually happened. They've gone out of their way to sensualize it and prop it up and do all this stupid shit. There's a lot of people saying no, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I would say no too if someone was dicking around with my culture, and they are. If this game was packed with Scandinavians, would they be satisfied? That would be considered diverse from an Asian market, wouldn't it? The Scandinavians were in the last game, in the Viking game, in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and that game sucked. Coming from someone who loves Viking culture, I thought that game sucked. They really, really messed with the formula with Assassin's Creed and the Far Cry games. And they did the same thing to the last Ghost Recon game. I liked Wildlands. I played that other one for all of 10 minutes and was like, this sucks. So, nope, not going to do it. Why would they do this? Why do these companies continue to F around and find out? They don't care. They don't care about the customers. They don't care. They don't give a shit. And eventually it's going to catch up. I caught up to Square Enix. Squaresoft, Final Fantasy, they're done. They fired their entire Western development team. They don't want any Western localization like they had it. They tore up their contract with it, SBI. They're done. They don't want to work with them anymore, even if they have to get the bigger loans to do whatever they need to do. They're done with this bullshit. They tore up their contract with Sony, said no more exclusivity. We're done. We don't want this bullshit. We don't want to deal with it. And I don't blame them. I do not blame them. If PlayStation has a problem with that, don't have our game. You know what? The guys at Stellar Blade, they got pressured into doing some stuff. They had to kind of take a knee. Why? Because Sony paid their bills. Oh, they did? Oh, they did. Yes, they did. They were still developing when they ran out of money, or were close to running out of money. And what happened? Sony bailed them out and said exclusive, PlayStation only. Saddled them with that. So they're kind of behooving to do whatever Sony tells them to do. You wrote it, you made a deal with Faust. You made a Faustian bargain with Sony. There's a lot of people that feel bad. A lot of people doing, Grums is doing that huge 90,000 signatures to bring back Stellar Blade's outfits. It's not going to matter. They're not going to budge. They don't care. Low-key, when the BBC cast a black woman as one of Henry V's wives, didn't they? They've done a lot more than that. They have done a lot more than that. Just look at current Who. Look at the orange-haired, whatever, Iki Diki over in Doctor Who. And the hissing and it's they don't care. And they don't care about you. Loki, this is kind of like bumming me out. What do you mean they don't care about me? They look at you like a customer. I'm not trying to bum you out. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. They look at you as a customer, and they look at you as you will always be a customer. And the ones that speak out encourage them to continue doing what they're doing, because they can attack you and say, see, this is why we're doing it in the first place. They want you to freak out. They want you to speak up. They want you to lose your shit. They want you to do all this because it gives them a reason to point their finger and go, see, this is why we have to do this. And they're going to keep doing it. As long as they keep getting paid to do this, they will keep doing it. Yeah, poor Whovians. Poor Whovians. Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, as long as people are freaking out and losing their shit, this will keep going on. This is going to keep going on because they're going to use this as an excuse. They've already got your money. They've already got your money. And BBC gets paid to do it no matter what anyway. BBC gets paid from TV licenses. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about ratings. They don't care. If they give a shit about ratings, all this would have changed with 13. Plain simple facts. It all would have changed with 13, and it wouldn't have gotten worse. Punk Waddle! Say hi to Drunk for me. Drunk Waddle. Say hi to Drunk Waddle for me. Wake him up in the morning. Look, this is a little drink from the Loki. Who are they replacing us fans with? Twitter bots? They think they're going to get, for every one fan that walks away, they're going to get 3 from the other side. That's what they have convinced themselves of. That for every one fan that walks away, 3 are going to come in and buy their merch and watch their show and do it. And it's just not happening. It's not happening. So the only way they're hanging on is by saying, look, ist Obiazis hate us. We need to keep doing this because we're doing the right thing and we're hitting the right buttons. I'm past giving a shit. I am past giving a shit about Star Trek. Any new Trek is Drek. I'll watch the old stuff. I will watch. I've got my collections. I don't have to spend a penny on Star Trek. And see, that's the problem. That's part of the problem. This is what they pushed. You see, they're sitting there going, well, the average fan has this, this, and this. So we need to get new fans that'll spend money on blah, 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 blah. But that's not happening. They're not doing that. They're not spending money on the IP. We would still be spending. Yeah, Star Trek. New Trek, Chronos, Star Trek. We would still be spending money. We would still be buying stuff from Eagle Malls. We would still be going to see, oh, this movie's back in theaters. We would still be paying if we were getting good Star Trek. But we're not. So we stopped. We closed the wallet. And look at the situation Paramount's in now. They are dying. They are dying to sell. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Disney's in a hole. Why are they in a hole? Because X-Men 97 beat all the Star Wars shit that's been coming out. A cartoon that lasts 30 minutes and there's 10 episodes of beat all the modern Star Wars shit that's come out. It got more watch time than all the Star Wars shit that's come out. Isn't that something? And why? Because they screwed it up. They don't like you. It's just a fact. They don't like you. What do you do when someone doesn't like you? I'm not going to go hang out with someone that doesn't like me. I'm not going to buy their shit. I'm not going to support them. You don't like me? Why the hell am I going to support you? I'm not going to do that. Forget you. I'll move on. I've got all my old stuff. I don't have to worry about buying any new stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, there's enough content out there for 10 lifetimes. There's enough movies out there that you never have to watch. You never have to go to the theater ever again. Right here. Dave Bob. Rooster Dave Bob. Because they have their collective heads up their asses. Activists are not consumers. Marvel and DC have not learned that yet. TV and cable has not. All the Star Trek, Star Wars shit, there's only 3 movies and 1 fabulous holiday special. Dang it. On Dead Ramen. Paramount is a convoluted mess nobody wants. Disney is running a beat to shoot. Yeah. And look what they did. They made a good successor. They made a good successor to the original cartoon. Are there things I don't like in it? Sure. I don't really like Morph. But Morph was never like, oh my God, Morph is so cool. You know, there's some things I don't like in it. But for the majority of it, it's pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good, but I understand. I get it. Loki, Marvel has just, I don't want to watch your shit. Don't. I get it. I get it. I understand. Don't. I'm not telling you to go out and watch all this shit. I am not the guy that's going to be like, you need to da-da-da-da-da. No. If you are sick of what Marvel has done and what Disney has done and what Paramount's done and what these gaming companies are trying to do, I don't blame you. I didn't pay for Disney Plus. I didn't get Disney Plus. I didn't watch it on Disney Plus. So they didn't get my view. I watched it somewhere else. I don't want them to have a penny. They don't earn, they haven't deserved a penny. They haven't deserved any money from me. They don't get it. They don't. And that's sad. Because I want good entertainment. I want good Marvel. I want good Star Wars. I'm not going to get it. No, I don't think in my lifetime. I don't. I think this fight's going to go on a lot longer than people think. That point in TLJ when Luke's like, this is not going to go the way you think. I don't think this is going to go the way a lot of people think. I don't think we're going to have our Ewok victory celebration on Endor. There is none of that. It's not happening. These people are stubborn, and they're going to hold on to this shit like they are on the Titanic and they are going down with it. Just like Paramount's done. Look, at any point in time over the last, 10 years, they could have course corrected with what they were doing with Star Trek. They didn't. They just kept heading to that iceberg. They just kept heading to that iceberg. They kept blowing money left and right on stupid shit. And look where it got them. Look where they're at. But Loki, my mate, nobody likes me, so I'm used to it. Well, not everybody likes me either, Pete Dan Cat. Not everybody likes me either. So I'm used to that too. Valhalla welcomes you as a fellow. Not many people like me either, brother. So just keep headed towards the iceberg. They're stubborn. They're not going to course correct. We know this. We've been waiting for this. Fix your house, Disney. No, we're just going to make it worse. We're going to go even more. We're going to go even more into the stupid shit that we've been doing. We're going to go even more into the dumb decisions we've been making. We're going to go even more into this checkbox bullshit. They've gone so far that there's a formula that you just go, oh, wait, now this is going to happen. Oh, wait, this person's going to come out of the closet and do this. Oh, wait, they're gonna say socialism is the greatest, blah, 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 blah. Oh, just wait. Just wait. And that's exactly what they do. It's funny. All it took was one orange man bad wasn't winning the presidency almost a decade ago. And this is all it took. It wasn't Harvey. It wasn't Harvey Weinstein. It wasn't him. He's not the one who screwed shit up. It was the fact that some dude won the presidency that they didn't like, and they wanted to stick the knife in as hard as they could. How many people are like, around 2015, I started noticing this, and this, and this, and it just got worse after that. How dare you not listen to them when they tell you this is what you need to do? So we'll teach you a lesson. We'll come out with shit for 10 years. We'll come out with nothing but shit. Just wait. It's going to get worse. Because if a certain orange man bad gets into office again, they're going to lose their absolute collective shit. All the ones that are like, we're going to leave the United States, but they'll be back for work. They're not going to move Hollywood outside of the United States. The residents can leave, but they'll be back to work here and to try and make money off of each and every single one of you. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. Loki, the BBC was leading the way before Hollywood even created the DEI list. Yes, they were. They actively had a no white male apply for positions at BBC and BBC Radio. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? That just 20 years ago, if just 20 years ago you had put up a sign like that, whoever did it would either be fired or they'd be in jail. Just 20 years ago. In the 2000s. You'd be fired or you'd be put in jail. Think about that. You can't do that. Why? Because it harkened back to no Irish may apply, no black may apply, no Asian may apply, no blah, blah, blah may apply. We had moved past that as a society. We had moved past that as a culture, long past it. long past it. And look where we're at now. They don't care. And you know what? All I can do is hope that it bites them in the ass one day. That all of this is coming around and it bites them in the ass, legally, financially, whatever. Whatever. You have discriminated against a race and said, you can't do this. You can't be here. You don't belong here. It doesn't matter whether you're black, whether you're Asian, whether you're white, whether you're brown, whether you're whatever. You don't do that. How are we the ones? How are we the ones saying this? And we're the Istanovs and the Yahtzees for saying it. Please, somebody explain that to me. Somebody here, please. Somebody listening today. Somebody out there in chat, please explain that to me. How are we the ones saying, no, that's bullshit, you can't do that? And we're the Istanovs and the Yahtzees for standing up and saying, no, you can't do that. You can't put a sign like that up. Oh, well, you'd be perfectly fine. No. No, I got raised in the 80s and the 90s. No. I got raised against all this shit, no matter what your skin color is. We're living in a clown world. And that's what I keep seeing. Yeah, well, how dare you, Kronos, be pinkish? How dare you, Kronos, be pinkish? They've been threatening to leave since Bush beat Gore. They need help getting across the border. I'm telling you. Because we live in a parallel universe now, Loki. That's it. We, at one point in time, we all shifted into this weird, screwed up multiverse bullshit, which is why everyone's so obsessed with the multiverse. We shifted into some weird alternate bullshit, which is why everybody's got it all figured out that we're in some multiverse. I've got to have a drink. Usually I save that for member chats and shit like that, but I blame Arwen on the universe shift. She cackled and laughed, and the universe went doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. Screen wipe. Doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. I'm not saying you're wrong, Mark. Good morning, anti-derivative Jill. Good morning. Good morning, Jill. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're all doing well. What can we do, Loki? Close your wallets. Do what we did to Paramount. You got to do that to Disney. I know people that go to the parks. You want to go to the parks. I'm not going to jam you up. You want to go and see all this crap. You want to pay for it. You want to go to a park, whatever. I don't care. I'm not paying them. Absolutely, Loki. Gen X, anyone raised in the 80s, 90s, and early 2Ks with a living embodiment of MLK's dream. Yes. Absolutely. Didn't matter what your skin color was. Didn't matter what you were. None of that mattered. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. You just had to laugh at the cat memes. You just had to laugh at the giant box wine advertisements. And when you did, we all got screwed. It's all Arwen's fault. Not a dime for the mouse. Yeah, not a dime. Not a dime. If people want to pay, that's their choice. I'm not going to tell you what to spend your money on, people. I can encourage you not to, but I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna give them a dime. If we ever go back to Orlando At some point, I'm still not going to Disney. I'm still cutting out that part of the vacation. It's not happening. They're not getting my money in a park. I'll go back to Universal. I had an absolutely wonderful time at Universal. I'm not going back. Arwen thinks we're joking. It's all your fault. It's all because of you. It's weird, though, that the parents that raised us in the 80s and 90s are the same boomers who are destroying our country right now. It's true. Same generation. That is very true. They are the same generation. And they just don't get it. I think Jill or Aaron, I think that it's because they don't want to be pointed to and say, you're part of the problem. So the only way they can stay relevant, Aaron, is to act like they're all in on this when really they don't care. And they want your money. These people in the government and attached to this, they want your money. And if they can go, well, we're going to set up this and this, and we're going to push for this, and we're going to demand change here and here and here, and they can make money off of that. There was a report 5 years ago that LGBTQ minus negative plus standard whatever hashtag rainbow was $1 trillion business, and that companies were not taking advantage of this $1 trillion business. It's money. It's always been about money. And when Blizzard comes out with their new, oh, look, it's Blizzard with a little rainbow heart. And people are like, oh my God, it's so adorable. And they spend money on that. Why do you think they have a whole month dedicated to it? It's not because they want to honor and respect you. It's because they want your money. They want you to buy their shit. Oh, look at how gamer we are. Buy our stuff. It's funny how 1 month out of the year, every company that does this suddenly turns into the biggest, oh my God, ever. Because they want your money. Wake up. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Whoever you are out there that's like, well, we've got a whole month dedicated to us. For your money. That's all that they care about is your money. They don't care about you. They don't care about your rights. They don't care about any of that. They just want your money. Cold hard cash. You're $1 trillion business to them. But we get our whole month of whole pride so they can take your money. Okay? Does anybody remember what happened to Woodstock? Let me give you an example here real quick. Does anybody remember what happened to Woodstock? Does anybody remember the last Woodstock? At least I look at it like the last. The one where they burned the whole fucking thing down. Does anybody remember that? So when Woodstock came back in the 90s, not 60s, this is in the 90s. So when Woodstock came back in the 90s, they had a pretty good one, the first return. Woodstock returns, right? They had a pretty good one. Everybody had fun. There was the whole, don't drink the clear Pepsi, man. Stay away from the clear Pepsi. It's bad, man. Right? They had their problems. But for the majority, it was pretty cool and dope. The last one, they burned everything to the fucking ground. Do you know why? Because it was all about money. They had tents set up with Nintendos and shit in it that you had to pay to go in and play. everything was like 3 times as expensive as it was the Woodstock before. They charged the shit out of them for everything because it did become money, all about money. It wasn't about the music anymore. It wasn't about, come along, get together, try to love one another right now. It wasn't about any of that shit. It was about money. It always circles back around to money. Over-expensive food, over-expensive merch, and bullshit. And people got pissed. And they burned the fucker to the ground. They burned it to the ground. Mahogany Draws, what's up, brother? He says, we're back and ready to go. Good deal. We'll be sending you all over there after this is done. Damn, hippies. These weren't hippies. Hippies were a long time before this. Wow, Loki, you should start a band. I was in a band. Pete Dan Cat. It was a long time ago. Even the first one after the 60s was a money grab. So, no matter what happens, it always comes around to those dollars. Are you going to sell out? I see a lot of people selling out. You know what's funny is the Blizzard post on Twitter. Let me see if I can pull this up. Was just the comments were just like I was really surprised because there were a few people that were like, yeah, it's right there, front page. They pinned it. Thank you so much for pinning it to the screen. Let's share this real quick. And because you don't want to see my dopey face, let's make it bigger. Okay. So pass. Okay, so this is the Celebrate Pride with Blizzard Day, led by the Blizzard LGBTQ plus employee network. This year's Pride collection benefits the Trevor Project. Only accounts at Blizzard Int mentioned can apply. Pass. I'll celebrate Veterans Day. Well, time to cancel my WoW subscription. Yeah, no thanks. Think you should focus on game development and bringing something fun to the table. Nobody wants more identity politics shoved down their throats. We want orcs versus humans. Every damn year, all of these companies. It's not even June yet. No way, work on your games and forget politics. It's not even it's not even June yet. It's a whole month away. We don't care. Nope. I'm so glad I unsubscribed from that trash. Nothing makes me happier than seeing all the sweaty straights get bent out of shape every June over this. It's not June. We love you. See this? Hearts, rainbows, hearts. Who's going to buy it, though? No, thank you. If you make more StarCraft games, though, I'll buy those. No, I won't, because they banned me from StarCraft 2. So they can kiss my ass. Over mods, too. It was the stupidest thing. Mods that didn't hurt anybody. Single-player mods. They can kiss my ass. Can I have free shit? Yeah, they're not going to give you anything for free. If they really wanted to support you, they just give it all to you for free. You just sign up and they send you a free t-shirt. Using this post to block a bunch of likely blue check marks, getting up in arms about queer people existing. Nobody did. Can I ask you guys something? Did you see anybody get up in arms over them existing? Did you see anybody getting up in arms over their existence? Or did you see people being like, quit pandering and get back to making games? Quit pandering and get back to doing what you were supposed to be paid to do. Arwen's laughing at the replies. That's right. So, no thanks. Hi, gamers. Heart, rainbow hearts. Some of us appreciate this representation. These ones are cute to death getting. Oh my God, yes. Somebody buy them. I can't afford them, so go and buy them. Yes, yes, yes. I love the designs this year. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. Appreciate this block isn't made for us, Blizz. Now, but only there be tags. Pass, don't celebrate alphabet people, especially in the game I play. This needs to end. Oh my God, those phobes in the comments. Yikes. Tylo. It's Tylo Ren. In the comments. Oh my God, how dare you. Darth Arlena with the $5 Rumble rant. Since it's Arwen's fault, you have to look who's really pulling the strings behind her. Project Storytime made a video of who the real culprit is. Sent to DM if you don't have it already. Skull. Definitely we will look at that. Thank you so very much. Jesters, Darth Arlena, this one is just for you. Skull! What is this? What is this? Hold on. We're going to stop. Oh, hello. We're going to stop that. And we're going to go to, no. Lady of the Camp. What is this? What is this?
It began with the forging of the great cats. 3 were given to the Marks. Immortal, fairest, and most tired of all beings.
Oh, God help me.
7 to the Marys, great board game players and markenoirs of the Canadian halls.
What in the hell?
And 9 cats were gifted to the race of Arlena, who above all else desire shenanigans. For within these cats was bound the strength and will to govern each race. But they were all of them deceived, for another cat was made. Deep in the land of Georgia, in the fires of Mount Sausage, the Dark Lady Arwen forged in secret a master cat. And into this cat she poured her forks, her bathtubs, and her will to dominate all boxed wine. 1 cat to rule them all.
Are those handcuffs? Okay, I don't know what the fuck I just watched, but it's all Arwen's fault. This is all your fault, cat lady. Arwen, why did you have handcuffs on your thing with Smudge? Was that Smudge? I'm guessing that was Judge Smudge. Why were there handcuffs on the table? I have questions. I have more questions now than I did before. It's all your fault, Arwen. Way to go. Thank you, Arlena, for shedding light on the situation. Hail Empress Arwen. I'll be the Steppenwolf to her empire. Nice. My money says yes. What did Mark say? I wonders if Josh was playing the recorder at the end. I bet he was. Arwen, we have questions. We have questions. I don't question Judge Smudge anymore, Loki. He does what he wants. But why were there handcuffs on the table? That's what I want to know. Let's go back. Let's go back. To another age. Why are there handcuffs on the table? He's sitting right here. I'll ask him. It's a good question. Loki, I think that was the Arwenian tourism ad. Yes. Yes. You get on the plane and welcome to Arwenia Airlines. You are on the way to a one-stop destination of cats. Please fasten safety belts, as there might be cats in the hole that might be going down the whole way of the plane. Beware in the cabin. If you open up a storage bin, there may be a cat inside. If there is, let them sit there and do not put your bag in the overhead compartment. You will have to stow it in the undercarriage of the plane because cats have the right of space. He says his handcuffs are his damn business and leave him alone, and he's boss cat. That's why. Aha! That explains everything. Welcome to Arwenia Airline. If there's a cat in the overhead storage bin, leave it alone. Let it sit there. Do not put your bag in because cats have the right of storage. Right of way. The cuffs were for her sausage friends. Arwen in her true form. Yes. And it's a better story than Rings of Power. Arwen in her true form, and it's a better story than Rings of Power. It's more believable than Wings of Power. Please collect 5 complimentary cats when disembarking Arwenia Airlines. Yes, you have to take 5 cats with you. And a minimum 5 cats with you. The Arwenian national animal is cats. Of course. But you got to get some big cats too, like some lions and shit. Some lions and some tigers and pumas and shit like that. So, the Arwenian Guard will be nothing but lions and tigers and panthers and pumas and shit like that. So that's what the Arwenian military will be, is nothing but big jungle cats. Some cougars and shit. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That's what we need. Some more pumas and shit. Let me pull up Makani. Since I'm sure he's already over there. Makani draws. Oh, there he is. But that's not what we want. Do you have a live, Mac? Or is it not live yet? Live. I don't see anything. Am I blind? Oh, upcoming. There we go. Bloop. I think he just lit it up. So we're going to set that up for the next couple minutes. Add the redirect. Do you see the processing time remaining? I don't have a current video that I'm processing. YouTube is being dumb. Do you see the remaining time on the processing tab for the video? I think that's my cue to fire up the show. See y'all later. Yeah, because we're going to be out of here in 6 minutes. We have been moving along so fast lately. Huge thank you again for the Wings of Power views. I was blown away. Over 1,000 views. So many likes. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much. I haven't done an upload in forever. So there will be an upload later today. We'll be loading up an upload because I'm going to talk about House of the Dragon. So we'll look at the House of the Dragon review. I don't get views like that. I don't get my average on an upload is like 150 to 200. A lot of them don't even get there. So to get that many views, I just hit it just right. The ad campaign pushed it. Everything came together and pushed that sumbitch through the algorithm. So House of the Dragon. Team Black. Definitely team back. There will be blood. Oh, yes, there will be blood. I want to see more people getting eaten by dragons. I am very excited. And if that show comes out on a Friday or a Thursday or whatever, I hope we can review it on one of the shows, because that would be really cool to watch it and then review it. So, Siberian tigers, yes, the largest breed. We'll get some Siberians. Siberians are the big boys, yes. I like dragons. I like dragons. Tom likes turtles. I like dragons. And snakes. And snakes, too. Cobra Kai. Strike like Cobra. Tss. Yeah, we could do that. We could totally do that. So how about Arwen? We'll do a show. We will do a show. We can film it. I know a couple of people that do their own filmmaking. We'll go to them, and I can get some pointers, and we can do the House of Cats. Do 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 meow 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 meow. And it's basically just cats hissing at each other for 10 minutes. Meow. We could do that. We can totally do that. I hate to take off before the hour's up, but I got nothing else to say. Guys, thank you so very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for continuing to put up with this old man's opinion. I appreciate it, guys. Absolutely do. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak, pray, and enter. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.